What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, bringing you some FIFA 17 rebuilds. Now, I'm a little bit late to the party in terms of FIFA 17, but looking around the Madden community right now, you know, Madden is kind of in its dying breath, and other content creators are playing other games. I don't play basketball games, even though I don't mind basketball. I just suck at those fucking games. But I see a lot of people playing baseball, and baseball is the most boring, worst sport on the face of the earth. But I, in myself, have a boring sport, or at least it's considered a boring sport, that I'm actually pretty damn good at, and that is FIFA. I haven't played FIFA 17 really since like December because I've been full out on Madden. But I'm figuring maybe this is something we can try it on the channel. Not gonna take over anything. Maybe once a week there may be a rebuild or something, a FIFA theme, maybe a stream or something like that. But I am a big time soccer fan. Soccer was my first love before football. I played soccer. For those of you that know, I played soccer. I live in Canada. I played in England, and it was super awesome when I was a kid. But I'm an Arsenal fan, so I figure if I'm going to be doing a rebuild, why not start here with my Gunners? 5-star team. You know, there's not a whole lot that's going to make this super difficult when you're looking at it. I am a Wenger out type of fan. I think time has run its course. We needed to bring in a guy with new ideas, new strategies, and maybe a different approach in regards to the transfer window. So why not? Why not start with that? It makes it an easy transition. Better believe we're going to be repping Canada here. So yeah, I'm going to be Arsenal, and we're going to try our best to rebuild this. I've kind of looked around at other styles. There's only really one other user on the YouTubes that does FIFA rebuilds, so I kind of looked at his format, what he kind of did. I'm going to put my own flavor and spin on things. Yeah, definitely going to be trying to pop our cherry here. For those of you that don't know, you're stumbling by looking for FIFA videos, my name is C4, and I made the most popular, and a lot of people, because they were so popular, said were the best rebuilds in Madden 17. So if you're just a fan of rebuilds in sport video games, make sure you check those out, and I'm going to be rocking and rolling in FIFA. For those of you that don't know shit about FIFA and only know me from Madden, I'm a baller at FIFA, and we're going to put in that damn work, son. So without further ado, we're going to rebuild Arsenal. The rules are simple. I'm going to give us a 3-year window, 3 years, to win Champions League, to win the league. It's going to differentiate based on the team that we are doing, but I think Arsenal, with the big transfer budget and the fact that when we clean house, we're going to have a massive amount of funds, I think 3 years should be it. And that's probably if there was a new manager coming into Arsenal. I know as an Arsenal fan, I would expect at least the league within 3 years, and Champions League to be able to compete with the likes of Bayern Munich, who absolutely rape us every single season. So without further ado, let's jump right in and get into the first transfer window. Alright, first up in the opening transfer window, it's time to assess our assets and look at who we want to leave. So looking at guys that I deem surplus requirements. We have Yaya Sanogo, Jenkinson. This Willock guy can go. Mertesacker, the big fucking German, has done his job, but does not fit the style of play I want my center backs to have. Debuchy, he should be gone. Most Arsenal fans believe he absolutely needs to lead the club. Giroud, maybe if we can't sell him, I'll keep him on as a super sub role, but with, we got Lacazette now starting at striker, up with maybe Alexis Sanchez. Not exactly sure who's going to be our starting pair just as of yet. We got to see who we bring in. Giroud's kind of the odd man out, and I would rather go to Danny Welbeck off the bench than Olivier Giroud. Gibbs in Montreal, I'm looking to change things up at left back. Sead Kolasinac, who we signed from Schalke, should be holding down that role. He's an absolute fucking tank. We have Maitland-Niles, Malin, and Renale Adelaide as our 2 loanees. Looking here, actually, we can probably throw up this guy here, Martinez. We'll get rid of you. There's already interest. But looking at the, we have some guys here loaned out. Who necessarily is going to come back? Chambers is a 75, which is kind of surprising. There's still some talent there. I like Joel Campbell. I'd like to hold on to him. Wilshere, he sucks in real life because he can never stay healthy, but he's good in FIFA. So we will definitely retain him after he comes back on loan from Bournemouth. Szczesny's interesting. We'll probably sell him. And then we have this speedster, Asano, with the 90-some speed. Well, maybe we'll find out a way to use him. So that being said, here is our current short list. We will look at the signings as a little bit different. So we have Lafont. I'm looking to bring in a backup goalkeeper for my B team. We're looking for another center back for our B team to replace Per Mertesacker. So I look at Ruben Semedo, 19 mil from Sporting. We got Michael Keane from Burnley. Jeremiah Saint-Just from, I can't even fucking pronounce that, Herniveen. Whatever, it's in Holland. He's a young guy, but I think Semedo might be the guy we go with. We have David Alaba. I wanted to bring him in to try to play him at left mid, but I don't think he's going to want to come. We have Stark for his center back, and Thomas Lemar, a guy Arsenal have been linked with in real life for quite some time. I think we're going to try to make a splash on him and upgrade from Theo as our starting left mid. I like to have Theo come off the bench kind of in a reserve super sub role, which is where I do think he is best used. But we need an everyday starter, and I think that could be Thomas Lemar. So let's see what we can do, who we can sell, who we can flip, and what our roster will be up for opening day. So to open it up, we're looking like we're securing our backup keeper behind Peter Cech. We got Albin Lafont, who is one of the best young promising goalkeepers in Europe, probably behind Donnarumma on AC Milan. We're able to get it for $7 million and flip for David Ospina, who's no longer required. I hate short goalkeepers in FIFA. So now we have our B team backup to Peter Cech. Very good to have Lafont, a new member of Arsenal FC. We're just going after the French League. Arsene Wenger may no longer be a part of Arsenal, but we're still going to be attacking the French League. But except, you know, we're not just going to wait till guys' contract runs out and try to get them on free. We're signing guys. So right now, we're about to lock down Thomas Lemar, who will be our starting left midfielder, for $30 million, 80,000 K per week, and Nacho Monreal. Thank you very much. A young guy, Lemar, great playmaking ability, as well as no slouch in the defending department. He's not a liability like, you know, currently, you know, Theo Walcott is. So great to add him onto the team. He's only 20, so plenty of upside as well. Welcome to the team, baby. And completing our first initial waves of transfer signings, we got Ruben Semedo from Sporting. We got him for $2 million plus per Mertesacker on 40,000 per week. He's going to step in as our B team starting center back next to Holding himself, Robert Holding. I'm liking the way our team's shaping up. Changing culture here. We're getting the tanks, man. We need tanks. More strength. We need to bring back to the days of Patrick Vieira. Easy. Alright, to finish up what I believe will be our last bit of acquisitions here in the year one opening window, we added Mitchell Weiser from Hertha Berlin for $7 million plus Matthew Debussy. I needed a wing back that can also, you know, defend and attack, a good fine balance for my B team, which are running 3 at the back. And then we also finished because we had a crucial injury to Francis Coquelin, the cock himself. I think he's out for 6 weeks. We need to bring in another holding midfielder, so we're able to add Den Donker from Anderlecht for $10 million plus Kieran Gibbs. So not only have we been adding these guys for moderate sums, we've been able to dump some of the guys that were deemed surplus requirement earlier on. So when you say A and B team, I think that's the best way to play here in FIFA. I think you should have your main team, but then to keep your backups and reserves happy, so not every single week they're spamming you with like, I want to leave the club, I'm unhappy. I think it's better to have a B team. So starting with our B team, we have Lafont, the goalkeeper we just added, 17 years old. Our back line here, we have Gabriel, we have Semedo, and Holdini himself. That back three is looking pretty good, and hopefully Holding can groom himself to be an eventual starter. Our holding midfielders, we're going to go with Den Donker and Ramsey for now. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Jack Wilshere adds himself back to the fold. We have the legend himself, Santi Cazorla, starting as our attacking midfielder with a Iwobi, who's not really defensive-minded, but you don't need in a back three to have both guys be all defensive. That's kind of what we have. Mitch Weiser, who's our two-way player. We have Iwobi be an attacker with Welbeck and Perez up top. I think we have more than enough firepower here to get it done. And then you always like to put your top players here on the bench in case you need to call them into duty. So that is our B team. And of course, our A team, the skills that pay the bills. We got Cech in net. We have Kolasinac, Koscielny, Mustafi, and Bellerin as our back four. I did a trial run of this just to see like how rebuild would kind of pan out, and back through was not working for our main team. We were getting roasted and toasted every time we were in a away game. So we're going to go with the back four. We have Xhaka as our holding midfielder, Ozil as our starting attacking midfielder. He's on the block. I'm not a big fan of Mesut Ozil. I'm going to give him the opportunity now with Lacazette and Alexis Sanchez as our two starting strikers. But if he does not perform, if he doesn't have at least 15 assists by the end of the season, I'm going to sell him, move on, take that money and go elsewhere. And we have Ox and Lemar as our two outside starting midfielders. I think this is a good enough unit right now to not only have us compete in Europa League, because I'm taking over for Arsenal as is. So going into this current real life season, they're in Europa League. They already had Lacazette and Kolasinac as their signing, so we're able to add, you know, one big name, Lemar, right now, and then significantly improving our B team. So when we get back, we'll see where we are at come the January transfer window, and hopefully, you know, we're in Champions League range, and we're still competitive in the Europa League. All right, here we are at the January transfer window, and we are sitting atop the EPL. 19 games played, 41 points. Chelsea, Spurs, Man United, Crystal Palace, and even Liverpool. It's still a tight race. No one's really pulled ahead yet. You know, looking at the injuries, Lacazette, Ozil, and Xhaka are hurt, so our middle is being ravaged. At least Alexis Sanchez is still there, and our backline has done well. Taking a quick look at the squad report, we got 8 clean sheets for Czech. We got 2 goals from Bellerin, goal from Koscielny, 4 goals and 1 assist from Kolasinac, 2 goals, 2 assists from Xhaka, who will be back in 2 months. Oh, it's a shitty injury. 4 goals, 1 assist from Ox, 6 goals, 5 assists from the big signing Thomas Lemar from Monaco. We got 6 goals, 4 assists from Ozil, who's been hurt for quite some time. He's fit in 4 weeks. We got Alexis Sanchez, 9 goals, 8 assists, being our talisman. Lacazette, 7 goals, 2 assists. He should be back in 2 weeks, which is good. Back for the end of the transfer window. So it looks like we don't have to really splurge anywhere in January, which is always a positive thing to have. Looking at the bench, we got 5 goals, 4 assists from our B team striker Lucas Perez. 2 goals and 1 assist from Ramsey. 5 and 3 from Danny Welbeck. A goal as well from Alex Iwobi. 3 goals from Mitchell Weiser. 2 in the Europa League, so he's been our stud at the left mid spot. 2 and 2 from Santi on the bench. We got 4 goals, 4 assists from Wilshere on loan at Bournemouth. And that's pretty much it for performances. Looking at where we are at in terms of the Europa League, because obviously, you know, we want to try to win that. So in the Emirates FA Cup, I think we're just waiting in round 3. We have to take on Everton, which is definitely not an easy matchup. EFL Cup, we lost in the round 3, 2-1 at Watford. We were playing our B team. Might not have been the best decision. And looking at the Europa League, we are now into the round of 32, taking on Alzmanspor. I assume that's somewhere in Turkey, but that is definitely a favorable matchup for us to try to get into the round of 16. As I said, no crucial injuries, so I don't really want to tinker with the squad too much in terms of January transfers. So we're going to rock and roll, and hopefully we actually get to take control of this team, perhaps in the Europa League finals. Alright, now here we are at the end of season number 1. We still got a 75 board rating, which is not too bad. I've seen it much lower than that. Looking at the final table, falling just short of winning the league. 5 points behind Chelsea. 81 overall points, though, is not bad. Second, at least it's not fourth. And we finished above Spurs, so there's 2 positives in regards to the league table. But how did we do in the international? Was it international? It's not really international, it's only one goddamn place. How did we do in the Europa League? And there we go, a 1-0 victory in the final. Thomas Lemar scored in like the 7th minute, and then we packed ship. We parked the bus, taking the tactics right out of Jose Mourinho's playbook against his former team. 1-0 to the good guys. We win the Euro League. We already got qualified for the Champions League based off of being the Euro League champions. That's how, like, in real life, Manchester United is there. But we got just by our own merit within the league. So looking at the final stats as we get ready for year number 2, where the goal still is to win the league, not be a runner-up, and win the Champions League. I guess technically we're 0-2, but certainly is a great start. So looking at the stats out the final year, 19 clean sheets for Peter Cech, who's already taking a -1 to his overall as he is up there in age at 35. Bellerin finished the season 3 goals, 1 assist, 2 goals from Mustafi, 1 goal from Koscielny, 6 goals, 1 assist from Kolasinac. We got 3 goals, 2 assists from Granit Xhaka, 5 goals, 3 assists from Ox, 15 goals and 10 assists from Thomas Lemar. What a signing, plus a +4 to his overall. I don't think anyone's even grown that far. So he's not only developed the most, he had an exceptional season. Mesut Ozil, 9 goals, 8 assists. We may be looking at moving on from him going into year number 2. Alexis Sanchez, 23 goals, 15 assists on the year. Incredible season from Alexis. And in Lacazette's debut season, equaling that with 23 goals and 5 assists. I will certainly take that if in real life Lacazette can hit those numbers. Looking at the depth guys and on the B team, we got only 2 clean sheets and 13 appearances from Lafont with the B team, but he did get a +4 to his overall rating. Holdini got +6 to his rating. He'll probably be starting right around the time Koscielny starts to slow down, so that kind of helps us out there in terms of getting a replacement. We'll just put Holding into the starting lineup. Gabriel played, he got +2. Perez, 5 goals, 4 assists. Coquelin got +1 to his overall. Ramsey +1 to his overall as long as 6 goals and 3 assists. Even though I think he wants to leave. Danny Welbs, that boy Welbs, 6 goals, 3 assists. Samido didn't play a whole lot, only got +1, so maybe the most disappointing signing that we had all year. Wobie got +5 to his overall, 1 goal to his name. El Neni didn't play a whole lot. We got Den Donker, who did alright in 15 games, 1 assist. You got any kind of a defender. Weiser got +2 to his overall and 4 goals. Walcott, he's going to be gone. We're going to sell Walcott in the next transfer window. Hopefully we can get at least market value around 15 to 17 million. Cazzola, 9 goals, 4 assists as the leader and the captain of our B team. Very satisfied with that. Even though he's getting up there in age, we're not going to sell him. We have respect for Santi. Looking at the rest, Wilshere, +2 to his overall, playing for Bournemouth, 9 goals, 4 assists. He'll probably will find our way to team. Maybe if we have to sell Ramsey, Wilshere will be able to step in that B team center midfielder role. We got 2 goals, 1 assist from Callum Chambers, and not a whole lot elsewhere. I do see a +4 for Jeff, so that's looking nice. But yeah, so we got the Europa League runner-up in the Premiership, and let's see if we can improve upon that in season number 2. Alright, so as we head into year number 2, I said the one player I want to upgrade upon or slightly downgrade with a bigger future was Mesut Ozil as my starting center attacking midfielder. And the fact that I can't get a hold of anyone, I try to make a splash. Gareth Bale's not for sale. Marco Reus is not for sale. James Rodriguez, even though I'm not a fan, would be an upgrade on Mesut Ozil, is not for sale. So once again, you have to go to Monaco. You have to go to the smaller teams that are looking to always turn a profit. And Bernardo Silva, 85 overall, slays he's a right midfielder. His secondary position is an attacking mid. I think his potential cap is like a 91 or something crazy like that. So I mean, Ozil's 87 and he's 29, so he's only gonna start to go down. And he only had 9 goals and like 7 assists last year, which is not exactly what the what I was looking for from him, especially with Lacazette and Sanchez ahead of him. I want those assist numbers up much more. So I think a guy like Bernardo Silva will be able to do it. So we're able to add him for a swap for Mesut Ozil plus $10.5 million. Plus you got almost 125,000 per week. But this is the signing that I think we need to make. This is the only one we're going to make here to start it off. But I'm going to be much more intrigued and perhaps persuaded to make January dealings depending on our performance. But this is the big one that we need to make, and welcome Bernardo Silva to the Gunners. Alright, so here we are sitting at the halfway point of year number 2. Still not really where we want to be in terms of the EPL table. It's, for some reason, Crystal Palace has a 4-point lead over Chelsea for the lead. We're at 4. LOL, Arsenal 4. But yeah, something we need to improve our attack. Look at our lineup right now. That's our base starting. I mean, offensively we're working good. I mean, our wing back, Czech is on the down, but we have Lafont who's developing like a monster, so he'll eventually be a takeover. Kolasinac 82, maybe if that's like you want to be a world elite, maybe that's not good enough. I think Bellerin continuing to develop. Plus, Kolasinac is young. He's still going to continue to develop. So looking at the starting lineup here, the only transition I think we could potentially make is get the Ox as a super sub role, move Sanchez back to left wing, and look at bringing in a striker. Looking at the season fixtures, we are, like I said, 4th in the Premiership, which is not good enough. We want to win the Premiership. Obviously, the goal is to win both, but ideally we can at least get a Premiership title or a Champions League one. But now we're in the Champions Cup, and we are now into the round of 16. We're taking on PSG. Luckily, they didn't troll us and throw us Bayern Munich or something. Come on, it was gonna. I thought all along we were gonna draw Bayern Munich. So yeah, everything's looking good from the Champions League front. Not so hot in terms of the actual EPL. But look at the transfers. Look at who we have gone after. We had to sell Danny Welbeck to Dortmund. We have Aaron Ramsey right now on the transfer list. Santi Cazorla on the transfer list. We have gone out and got Antoine Griezmann. He wants 210 over 3 years, which is not too bad. He's obviously going to be our crucial first-team player. So we had to give up a lot, plus we had to use pretty much our reserve, if you will. I think we had $120 million as our base starting funds. We're going to go get Griezmann. We're going to move Alexis Sanchez to the wing. And now we have a complete attack. God, all these French players, I feel like Arsene Wenger is still in control of Arsenal. But let's hopefully welcome Griezmann to Arsenal. So there we go. We got Griezmann for $160 million at over 200 grand a week. It's the moves that need to be made. I think we just have to have that firepower, especially looking at we have to beat PSG. PSG is the first task at hand for the Champions League. So now looking at our starting lineup, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move Alexis here, 12 for Ox, and there's going to be Griezmann. So we have Griezmann, Lacazette, Bernardo Silva, Thomas Lemar, Alexis Sanchez, Granit Xhaka, and then our back line is Kolasinac, Koscielny, Mustafi, and Bellerin with Czech still in net. This team here sounds like a team that should at least get to the semifinals of the Champions League, and that is going to be my bare minimum here, as I guess we still have a 1-year buffer, but I want to start getting some goddamn results. I don't want to take over. I want to play in a final with this team. Let's see what happens at the end of year number 2. Alright, here we are at the end of year number 3. We didn't even fucking qualify for Champions League, man. 38 games, we have 71 points. Crystal Palace finished ahead. We didn't even finish 4th, so that means we got Europa League once again. We already won the Europa League, but I guess next year our goal will be just winning the EPL. Can we do that? Can we step out from Wenger's shadow and finally win something? Well, we did. That's Europa League. That's not the FA Cup. But still, we can still achieve one of our goals here. And you're not going to believe me. Literally, the first game after we signed Griezmann, he tore his ACL and was out for, tore his metatarsal and was out for 2 months. We spent $100 million on a player and he's out for 2 fucking months. Alright, well, looking at how the Champions League went down, you guys probably know what happened. So, in the round of 16, we played PSG. We beat them 4-2 on aggregate, so that was impressive. And then the quarterfinals, we played Bayern Munich and lost 2-1. I guess it's no, like, 6-7-0, which has been the case. So, I guess that's, you know, progress in that regard. But look at that final. Villarreal and Bayern Munich. So, we're probably looking at that matchup. Lost to the eventual champions. But now we're heading into the 3rd and final year of this rebuild. I haven't even been able to sink my hands on this fucking team, let alone, you know, get us some of these goals. Let's take a quick look at the squad report here. Defensively, 8 clean sheets. It's not going to get the job done. Bellerin, a goal and an assist. Mustafi, goal and assist. Nothing for Cause. 6-1 from Kolasinac. 1-5 from Granit Xhaka. Alexis Sanchez moving now to the winger role. 12 goals, 3 assists. 6-2 from Lemar. Bernardo Silva, there we go. That was a good signing. 17 goals, 18 assists. Finally getting that playmaking ability that we need for our 2 top strikers. Griezmann only featured in 19 games, had 9 goals, 2 assists. So that is a pretty decent return for while he was there. It just sucks that he got hurt, especially for our Champions League push. Lacazette, back-to-back 20-plus goal seasons, 23 goals, 9 assists. That was just our starters. That's all we're going to look at. So now going healthy, looking into next season in our roster. Not exactly. Maybe we have to go after a goalie. We'll make a big goalie signing. What's Lafont sitting at? 82 overall. We got Holding. I mean, we got a +2 there for Ox. The Docker's sitting with a 2. I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of moves we're going to have to make, but we have to go all in here for the final season of this Arsenal rebuild. Alright, so now that we're into year 3, seeing how it pretty much is all or nothing, looking at our lineup, I guess wingback with Kolasinac only an 81 could have been the big position, if you will, that we could look at upgrading. So we have done that and gone after Alex Sandro, the wingback from Juventus. They accepted an offer of $50 million, $220K per week. This should be enough to help solidify our defense. We are getting up there in age with Koscielny and Czech down the downgrades, but they're still high to mid 80s, so I think they are definitely deep enough to keep them in our starting lineup. But yeah, let's get Alexandru locked in, and now we have our, I think, the 11. The best possible 11. I mean, we still got $91 million left in our transfer budget. There's really no one there. I don't want to buy anyone just for the sake of buying someone, but someone like Sandro does bring an immediate upgrade at the wingback spot, and hopefully this is enough cover to stop goddamn just being an absolute just shit show when it comes to stopping teams. We can put the ball in the back of the net. Now we're hopefully going to have a healthy Griezmann, but it's more so the defense needs to do their part. I think Sandro should offer a big part of doing that. This is going to be the only transfer we bring in the opening window. Obviously, January will literally be all or nothing. So that would be pretty much, if I had to spend for the sake of spending, it will be there. But Sandro will be our only preseason signing. Well, the rest of the team is pretty much off playing in the World Cup. Welcome to the team, bruh. Alright, so here we are at the halfway point of the final year 3, and it's exactly what I wanted to see. Number 1 in the league, while tied with Stoke, and hopefully we don't have to play them at a cold, rainy, windy game at Stoke City. My terrible British impersonation. But, hey, we're first. We're first. That is pretty much the only goal because we did not make in Champions League because, of course, we came in that 5th spot. We do have the Europa League. And as of this point, we've won the Europa League once and we've won the FA Cup once. Typical Arsenal winning the FA Cup in a year they came at 4th spot, which was last year. But, yeah, we're top of the league right now. Looking at the squad, they seem to be relatively healthy. I don't think I'm going to spend my money for the sake of spending money. Maybe Alexandro was the guy. I mean, maybe check. You can look at a goalie. What do you call it? What's Lafont's overall? He's 84. All right, so Lafont is going to get projected into the starting role. What do we got center back? Cause is an 83. Semedo has not really developed whatsoever. Again, we haven't really played him a whole lot. All right, that's what we'll do. We'll have Lafont be the starting goalie. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the chemistry too much. And let's see where we're at in regards to the Europa League. Either or, I'm playing one goddamn game with this team. So, let's go here to the fixtures. And let's see where we're at in regards to the Europa League. In the Europa League, we are in the round of 32 going against Lille from the French League. Maybe they're still trying to, like, you know, hoard that money that they got from selling Hazard to Chelsea. I'm not exactly sure. But hopefully we can play in a final. That will be the gameplay, if you will, that you've been waiting for. But let's look at the squad report here at this Arsenal, first place Arsenal team. So we have Lafont, who's an 84 overall. He's featured in 22 games, and he has 7 clean sheets. Bellerin only in 3 games? Must have been hurt, or something like that. Mustafi, 9. 16 for Koscielny as an assist. Sandro featured in all 24 games. Chaka in 14. Sanchez in 20 has 5 goals, 2 assists. Lamar, 16 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Bernardo Silva on fire, 27 games, 13 goals, 7 assists. Great decision to get rid of Mesut Ozil for Bernardo Silva. He's a beast. Griezmann, not that great. 22 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. The hell? What are you doing? Lacazette, not bad. 20 games, 8 goals, 3 assists. But, man, it's been really the fucking Bernardo Silva show. Who would know? He'd be the talisman, if you want, of this team. Weiser, 2 goals, 1 assist. 6 goals, 1 assist from Perez. 4 and 3 from Ox. 3 and 5 from Awobi. But outside of that, man, not really impressed. But hey, the results are there, and that's all that matters. Maybe we're grinding at all these results, but I will take that. So as we go, guys, we're going to simulate here. Hopefully we continue to progress in the Europa League, and that could be the game. Worst case scenario, I'm going to sim right up to the final final EPL game of the year, and we will play that one as kind of a safeguard in case things don't turn out to pan. All right, to end the season on a low point, look at that. 3 points. 1 loss was separated between us and Spurs for the EPL title. We came second. We fell short on that goal. We didn't make the Champions League. But hey, what happened in terms of Europa League? You guys getting ready for a sick Europa League final? Nah, sorry about that, bro. We lost in the quarterfinals to fucking Benfica. 2-2. They must have won on away goals or a penalty shoot, something like that, which is very frustrating. But hey, all that being said, we have the FA Cup final against Spurs. That's the one game. I know if you're an Arsenal fan watching this, this is a big money matchup. I feel confident. I feel confident going this. We got a full strength lineup. Everyone's there. I mean, looking on the season, disappointing episode, disappointing starter. Would have been nice to win it all, but hey, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Looking at the year, everyone's Sanchez 9 goals, 3 assists. He is 30 years old. Lamar 8 and 3. Bernardo Silva was fire, but look, he slowed down the second half of the year, finishing with 14 goals and 10 assists in 55 appearances. 18 goals, 11 assists from Griezmann, 27 and 7 from Lacazette. So at least this gives us confidence for our Arsenal fans going forward in FIFA 18. The Lacazette's gonna be a baller. He's gonna be an absolute baller. So what we're gonna do here is I'm not gonna do all this video without having one goddamn game controlling this team. So best believe, let's just whatever, replace it. We're going to be taking on Spurs in the final. We're going to go Reds versus Whites, Classic Unis, Wembley Stadium, FA Cup final. We're going to bring this one home for all the fans, for Arsenal Fan TV, most importantly. Here we go, the final at Wembley, Arsenal versus Spurs, North London derby. We got Martin Tyler, Alan Smith. Oh my God. Put some damn, look at that. Gel your hair up or something. All I want to do is to see the starting lineups. Best believe Look at that. We went through a much harder path. Well, maybe not really. But best believe, Koscielny, old man Koscielny, only 81 overall. He's gone down. He is leading us out. He is the captain armband. We got Lacazette, we got Bernardo, we got Griezmann, Lamar. Those are the, look at that, what a perfect shot of the signings that have come as of late. As everyone's lining up here for the respected, I don't know what the fuck, the national anthem of England. I have no idea what that is. Looks like they got Lloris, Alderweireld, that's Trippier, off the top of my head, if I can remember. And that is what it's all for, the FA Cup. Wish it could have been a more climatic, you know, Champions League, but it is what it is. I'm feeling alright. We got Griezmann. Look at them. Look at those graphics. Next gen graphics. Let's fucking rock and roll. Let's do this shit. Oh, let's go, Lamar. Come on, Lamar. Eric Dyer ain't got the space. Oh, Lamar opens it up in the 7th minute. Just rapid pace. Eric Dyer has the technical ability, but not the speed. They keep up with Thomas Lamar as it's 1-0 to the good guys. 8 minutes in to this FA Cup final. Look at that. You just don't got the speed. Wow, I would expect Lloris to do better than that. Like, parry that one away. But we'll take it. 1-0 to the good guys. How's that offside? Who is this guy? Fuck, man. Are they playing like they're better? They might not even playing the stars line. Dele Alli hits this guy. I don't know who that is. Not Harry Kane. Oh, Mick Coogan. Probably some creative guy. Terrible angle from Lafont. Bad goalkeeping. Drove up this FA Cup final. 1-1. Pochettino, suck my dick. Bellerin. Oh, what a weak shot. I mean, you got like the 99 speed, but come on. You gotta get more power on that. I've seen, that's a worm burner right there. Alright, let's see if we can work across in here with Griezmann. Simple pass back. Whoa, where's the marking? Control it around the outside of the box. Let's get a shot here for someone. Don't like it. I don't like it. Bernardo Silva. Oh, diving save from Hugo Lloris. We're passing around them. They're like goddamn pylons out there. Good shot. Oh, just got there. Oh, let's go, Griezmann. 160 million. You better be able to friggin' take on. Oh, chip that across. Oh, Lacazette! Let's go! Lethal combination. Thank God, too, because I absolutely hate that this went to a shootout, the penalty mechanics in this year's game. What a fucking goal. Look at that patience, just to chip it across. What was Four doing? That Alderweireld? He's like one of the best center backs in the world. Oh, wide open. GG. 2-1. Let's hold on to this. Let's shut it down. Let's park the bus. Let's go, Alexis. Hit that. Oh, shit. All right, good attempt. Good attempt. Old man still got some legs under him. Mar, finish it. Oh, good ball. Man, Bernardo Silva. I've never really played with him on any FIFA. He's the guy right now. Oh, let's come on, quick attack. Let's get Lamar. I'm going to chip that in. Hong-Min Sung. All right, let's take this in. Let's see if we can hit a cross in. Lacazette. Oh, he's not going to win that. Fuck. And we have done it! 2-1. That excellent finish where Griezmann was able to hit the French connection. Griezmann hit Lacazette wide open. Poor marking from the center backs on Spurs. And hey, we're at least able to end this episode, the debut episode, which took, God, it took me the whole afternoon to goddamn make this video. Like twice as long as it took me to make a Madden rebuild. Just something new, as you know, it's something new. So let me know what you guys think. I want to get your feedback in the comment section below. If you're new, this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, baby, as we're doing this goddamn ring around the rosy bullshit as we get ready to lift this trophy. Come on, lift the trophy. But yes, this will wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you for watching. Mad content coming back tomorrow, as always. Until next time, C4, saying peace out.